We went to Australia for a long time ago. My husband came back from Indonesia and he reckoned Holland was very small to live in. So the Queen, she advised us, not only us, but a lot of people to leave Holland because Indonesian people were coming to Holland. So that was it. We made arrangements. We nearly went to Canada, but that was cancelled because they wanted people to work on the land. So those people were first. Then we tried this and that, but he wanted to go to Australia. When we came here, it was very, very sad. There was lots of things was not here. The houses were not so nice, curtains were different, the vegetables were different. So we went with the plane to Australia. Took about 6 days. Very good service. We had 4 kids and they were very spoiled there. But then we come in Australia and the bus was waiting for us. It was a miserable bit day. The bus was an old bus that we'd never seen before. And then we went to hostel. The hostel, they had barracks and the family was there and there. But oh, I never forget the smell of the sausage. I was so hungry and the smell of the sausage was so ugly, I don't know why. So we went to the hostel. There were all sorts of people there, from every country. And from there, we have to find our way for work. So we tried. One farmer, we could live there, but if you see the house where we have to live in, so we finished up in Orange. No, Ukraine. We worked there for a little while. And then I was expecting Harry. So from there, from Ukraine, we went to, I can't remember, 4 different farms, but it was all good, except the last one. We went to, I forgot. Finished up in Orange. And from there we went to Ipswich. It changes there a lot because he started in tanks instead of land. That was a little bit better, but it was a lot on my own. And that's how father it is. We were there. Kids go to school. Life was normal there. And they wouldn't open the gate because there were migrants. But we didn't stay there long. We came to Kudel again. And that boss, he was sure he got a place for us and the family because it was hard if you had a big family to go to places on the farm. But that was really good there. Paul said, just tell him you didn't have 4 kids, see, you had 10 kids now. And the last was a big surprise. I expected only 1 and I came to the hospital and it was 2. That was close the door. Yeah, and further was just normal life like in Holland. We had a bit of trouble with Mieke. She had polio. And she made it till she was 60. But then had nothing to do with polio, but she was very sick and we lost her. That was a book. But at least we had 60 years to look after her, and we like to look upon that, yeah. Then Ada, she went to Perth to live in Western Australia, and the others are around the place. That was very nice, and they're very helpful. Well, further my life just go on. Kids went to school, other kids go high school, and they did the best at school.
So when you came to Australia, could you speak English at all?
No.
So how did you learn?
The kids speak Dutch, and they went to school, and they speak English to me. Yeah, the language was really hard for me.
What about writing? How did you learn to write?
I
English.
can't write.
You can write English.
And Mick, that's Hank with Harry. That's me with the kids. That's the house we lived. The house was shocking, but we cleaned it all up. That's in Orange. Here the lot sitting here. That is Harry.
Alison and Miko.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's Son and Goodell in Orange.
How many children were born in Orange?
6, 2 I think. I had 6 altogether in Australia. So that makes 10.
But 3 were born in Orange. You had one in Brisbane and 2 in Ipswich.
They're all here. It's taken in near your place.
Redcliffe Jetty. How did you all fit in the car?
Pardon?
How did you all fit in the car?
That's another thing. Ask the girls about it. They just look, and 10 in there.
As someone who is 92, what do you think is the purpose of life?
Purpose of life. I can't say anything because I had my family and my purpose was to look after the kids. Make sure they're clean and they don't say at school, oh, they're 10 of 10. You know, 10. Yeah, but further I would say, do what your heart says. I never had plans to have 10 children. I never had plans to come here, but he was so determined to come here to Australia because I have to leave a whole family, and I was very sad, yeah.
Do you have a favourite memory or a favourite moment that you remember from your life so far?
There are plenty of them, but I can't remember one.
When I was born.
You were one. Well, I must say, every time when I was pregnant, I thought, oh, another one, you know. There are 10 children, but I had a good family. Oh yeah. The children are very good. But life is different those days. The children had more to say than my children had. They listened to the parents, but now the parents listen to the kids. And that's a bit of a shame.
Nettie, what about your family, like your childhood and your brothers and sisters and parents and
My parents.
yeah.
My mother had still the costume on. You know, the Zeeuwse, the kleding. And my father was just a worker, arbeider. We had 10 kids in the family too. It's just like a family, isn't it? But when we came here, they put us in houses, unbelievable. Everything was brick at home. And there were sink places. One place we went there and he said, "This is your house to live in." The ceiling was hanging out, unbelievable. But he was a good man, he helped us a lot. That was the boss, yeah. Another place in the middle of the bush, that was shocking, yeah. The kids went to school in a taxi in Orange. And I don't know how many were in the taxi to bring to school, but a lot. Far more than they. I think there were 8 of them. There should only be 4. But Netty also said she liked the place there, yeah. And Gedalia, yeah.
So how many brothers and sisters did you have, Mum?
Mine,
How many, you, how many brothers and sisters, how many brothers and how many sisters did you have in your family in Holland?
4 brothers and 5 sisters.
Did you know your grandparents?
Oh yeah, but it's different grandparents now. Or in the early days, we only saw them. They only live a little while, not so far from us, but we didn't see them much. Only in the buses and and from another side, yeah, we go and visit them sometime, but not much see them. They had their own worries, their own work. I mean, they worked from early in the morning till late at night till the sun go down. You know, the farmers. Yeah. The time has changed so much because when I was younger and you get married, not me, but my sisters, they stopped working because they're married. But now, they just keep on working.
What was it like in Holland during the war?
For us it was very good. We don't have much trouble because we were living in the country. I wouldn't say it was good, but yeah, not too bad. The first time they came in, the French came in, Zeeland. And we were looking because we never seen a tank or anything like that. But it didn't last long. They have to go back in a week time and they were gone, yeah.
And when
And
did
then the German came
the
in.
Germans came in then?
Oh, could they sing, hey? Could they sing, hey? My neighbors, we were standing upstairs and we could see him walking in the highway like that. And they said, "Shut up, I like to hear them sing." Oh, they could sing, hey. Unbelievable. And marching. Yeah, but overall, the first couple of years, we didn't even think there were German there. But because they were just placed there, no trouble at all. But later on, they'd have to go away, that have to go away, that have to go away. You trade in your radios because we're not allowed to listen to the English channel. My father bought his radio to the gas factory, and then they start with the dogs. Every dog have to go to the marketplace, and the German did Labradors and German Shepherds. Yeah. And then we have to be home at 8 o'clock, and it's daylight there. We're not allowed to stay anywhere. Yeah, backyard. The airplanes came over from time to time. They shoot us, not us, but they shoot at the traffic. They want to stop the traffic, the trains, yeah. And I remember there was only one Jewish citizen, he was a man, taking away all stuff. That was very sad, yeah. But we were very lucky. We never had much bombs or anything like that. They just went through it and that was it.
Did you have to keep your curtains closed for the light?
Of course, eh? You're not never live a spot of light. And then on top of that, at the end, there was no electricity anyhow. Water, you have to carry the water from the street in buckets home, yeah. Well, you forget all that, isn't it? When a horse died, broke a leg or something, he quickly came with a mark, this meat available. We didn't have to have the coupons for it. We can have them, but you have to stay in a queue that long, I believe. But it was not on a coupon, you see. Didn't we eat the horse meat? It was nice. I wouldn't do it again. But that was all what you get, yeah.
Were you scared?
Pardon?
Were you ever scared?
Of course I was, yeah. My brother, he was in Germany. They have to go to the army when they're 17, but it was the German army, just like a sort of they didn't have weapons, but they had sticks and sort of thing. And when you go from that place, they all got the blokes together, so they know exactly where the boys came. They could work for Germany or stay there, further up. My brother worked in Germany. He was on the boats, I don't know. And one day, one day it was time for him to come to Holland in the holidays. So he jumped on a train, but he was walking on the station. Before he jumped, somebody knocked him on the shoulder. Up here, put him in the front between the car and the thing, because the German do always control the train coupons, the carriages, or if you had a passport. If you didn't have a passport, out. So he was lucky, that bloke bit him on the shoulder. Then he had to stay with my sister in the house, a couple of houses further, and nobody was allowed to know. You couldn't trust your neighbors at all. He stayed there at least over a year, yeah. His clothes was hanging inside instead of outside, and it was washed, because if the clothes are outside, they could, hey, somebody else lived there. It happened a couple of times in the middle of the night, bang, bang, bang on the door. Here come the German, bum, 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 upstairs, look at the bed if he was there or not. And my poor mum. Where did he go? She said, I don't know. If you would tell me where he went, I could see him too. She get away with it too. But they came back again 3 times. Yeah, but further we didn't have much. No. Well, that's it. Yeah, I used to go to school. Yeah. Walk to school, come home, have a meal, 2 o'clock. And at night, yeah, 4 o'clock.
Are there any other questions that you would like to ask her that you've always wondered about?
What about that time that you caught the train somewhere and then the train stopped because the planes were coming down and shooting at the train?
What did you say?
You went somewhere to the zoo or something in the war and you were on the train
Oh yeah,
and you had to jump off the train or something because there were bullets.
we were working. And we finished work. And we decided that Saturday to go to the zoo a little bit further. And we had fun, just long. Came back in the train and singing along, and all of a sudden the plane came over. Everybody flew out of the train because he stopped. Hiding. I'm sure I went through heads like that, right through it. No scratches or anything. But yeah, the train was damaged, so we have to go further with the bus. But it was frightening, yeah. That's the only time we had it. Yeah. And then in Goes myself, there were people making the pavers on the bricks on the street. And all of a sudden, here they come. And there was a boy sitting next to the one who did it. Oh, he said, that was hot. It went right through there. Yeah. He had it a couple of times. And then the V2 came over. German invented that. And they said, when he come over, just lie down on the ground, put your thing over your head. You see me laugh, but it was true. The test was supposed they didn't have a plane and they didn't have a pilot in it. It was just shoot like that. But some were a bit short, and it came where I live. But it have to go to England, you see. But that was nearly finished.
Do you remember seeing the blimp? You saw the German blimp, didn't you?
I did.
The blimp. The big German blimp.
Oh yeah. Zeppelin. That was right. Ah, the Zeppelin. Sunday morning, everybody climb on the house, sit on the roof, have a look. Slowly but surely. Beautiful. He came past here. Didn't take long, did it? That was before the war.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was
I
before
thought
the
it was
war.
after the war.
Because if it was in the war, they shoot it down.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, what else?
How did you meet Hank?
Pardon?
How did you meet
Oh,
Hank?
don't pick up.
No.
Do you have a favourite child?
No,
That's a trick question.
they're all the same.
That's a trick question.
Except
You did pause though.
2 of, oh no, I'm not saying that. I can't say that. No, I can't say that.
We know you have a favourite grandchild.
They're all lovely.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they're all nice. I mean, you play with them when they're little, and when they grow up, they have to go their own way. But I must say, they're all nice.
What's it like being a grandma? When you had your first grandchild, is it different to? It must be different.
My youngest were, the twins were 6 or 7, I think. So I had a set of twins, and the Netty, later on she had a girl, the first grandchild. So I didn't have much time for them because I got another lot at home.
Wow.
What's your favourite food? Type of food?
Everything who cooked for me. Doesn't matter what they cook, I like it.
What was your favourite meal to cook for your family?
Well, I didn't have a favorite, but I had a meal every Monday the same, Tuesday, another one Wednesday. It was all organized. You know, I knew exactly what to eat.
What's your weakness? Do you like chocolate or cake, or if you could have one last meal, what would it be, or treat?
I wouldn't eat. If that was my last meal, what's the use?
Had a nice sense of humour.
That's right, yeah.
Used to make lovely oliebollen and meatballs.
Yeah.
I used to love them.
On Sunday afternoon, that was something special, was it? Everybody came for tea. You were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
How many were there? 10.
Oh,
That was really something special. I cooked the whole afternoon, but that was nice, yeah, it was nice.
With the kids and their partners it was.
What did you cook? Ollie bolly?
No. Just a roast, a big roast.
big roast dinner. Yeah.
Was gezellig. Was gezellig. But that time is over. They have their own family. They do their own things. See how we go.
What do you believe happens to us when we die?
Pardon?
What do you believe happens to us when we die?
I leave that over with the big question mark. Because I haven't got a clue. I just have to take what's coming. We have no say in that, do we? Yeah.
But you
Thank-
believe there's a God, don't you?
Pardon?
You believe there's a
I
God.
believe in God, I do, yes I do. But I didn't follow his rules, do I? I don't love my neighbor. He's alright.
Do you have any regrets in life?
Pardon?
Do you have any regrets in life?
Yeah, but I'm telling not to you what it is. Because it wouldn't help much anyhow.
You could try.
No.
There's a lesson learned. Don't tell anybody about your regrets.
Well, further life goes on and on and on. And when you're my age and think about the time the kids were little, if I look at the picture book, I can cry because what did I do with my time? You know, just looking after the kids.
What would you do if you would never have had children? What would you think you would have done?
Well, that would so easy if I had a life before that, like that, I would have said, maybe. I don't know. No. I would have loved to be in a choir, but
You were a good singer. Yeah. You did have a nice voice.
yeah, I used to.
I can testify to that.
But life was hard, and it was a hard thing to leave my family behind and come here. For a little while, my husband said, "We're going back." I said, "No way. We stay." His father had a house and all that sort of stuff. But there was always trouble there with his and his father. I said, "I'm not coming back." his father had a business and he worked in the business with his father. Didn't go on at all. So. But when you come home, when I would we go back home, they would have said, you've been to Australia. You didn't like it. What are you doing here? No, it's good.
How many of your family are still in Holland?
The rest of my family,
Yeah. How many? Who have you got over there?
from my side,
Yeah.
two girls and two boys younger than me.
2 sisters, 2 brothers. Okay.
This is me.
Will you follow me? Even when I don't know why
It's the street we live in.
I'm willing desperately
Who's that in the middle?
Alison.
to make light in the dark.
Here's my mother, that's a nice photo.
What a lie, what a
And my
lie,
other sister.
what a lie.
It's me.
Is that you?
We never went on the bar,
What a lie,
but he's
what
on
a
the
lie,
photo like
what
that.
a lie. Time slips so far from me
You've been up.
in a distance, miles away from me. What are my dreams that I'm chasing? When I've just sent you out. What a lie, what a lie, what a lie. What a lie, what a lie, what a lie. Feel life is lost no matter. I'd be broken and scorned, lying on my back, making sense of it all is just a heart attack.